Hello, boils and ghouls, and everyone creepy in between. This is another episode of the Average Ghost Mom podcast. Oh my gosh, you guys. I have been waiting to record this episode. I know it's been, I think, like 3 or 4 weeks since I've posted, like, just like a personal life update episode, just like a general vlog, blog, plog episode. Um, I thought I finally get to do it. But I tell you what, this is a general update of things that happened like at this point a month ago. So I'm a little behind, but it's just how it falls. I think like 2 or 3 or 4 episodes. No, I think it was last episode. It was last episode. Um, I recorded stuff in pertinence of when it fell on the Gregorian calendar that was after or was before when I posted it. So all the information I was giving out was not handy for when it was being posted, but oh well, that's just how it works. So, girl, we have got some things to catch up on. First of all, let me tell you, episode 26 that came out on October 5th, it did not, on Apple Podcast, it didn't come out on time. I didn't know that. I I did something wrong when I was like saving it and I didn't set it to post correctly, so it didn't come out on time and I feel kind of shitty. Um and then episode 27 on Spotify didn't come out right, but I think I got it to come out right. I wrote this note down and then I think I meant to cross it out and I forgot to cross it out. I don't know. Because I know when I logged on to Spotify to post it, it wasn't wanting to work correctly, but then I think it worked correctly. So that one might be false information. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. Um, but no. Also, Spotify told me, they said, "Hey, bro, so you only have 6 followers, and most people with your kind of podcast have 15. So you might want to step it up a little bit." And I was like, "Hey, dude, thanks. I'm not." Except I kind of am because I made a Facebook page for, well, okay. I had a personal business Facebook page that I tried doing something with like quite a few years ago, and it just didn't turn out. It just didn't happen. So I took that and I transitioned it over to the podcast page. And so now I have a quote business page for my podcast. Like, I know podcasts, a lot of them do like podcast groups instead of pages, but this is what I had. I don't really think it's going to be that big of a deal right now. Not until later or something. I don't know. But Spotify was like, bruh, you need to step it up. You have 6 followers. And I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do about that. I'm trying my best. I'm just a girl. Oh my gosh. So I guess, hey, if you guys could share my podcast, or make fake accounts and then just follow it so I can at least be up to 15 because Spotify says that I'm not doing a very good job. Did it hurt my feelings? Just a little bit. Um, I think though it hurt my feelings even more when I misread it and I thought it was saying that I had 15 followers when usually podcasts of this genre only have 6. Yeah, I misread that. And I was like, "Oh." And then I reread it correctly and I said, "Oh, dang, I don't even have half the amount. I at least need one more person to have half the amount." Whatever, I guess. Can you follow me on Spotify, please? Even if you don't listen to me on Spotify, could you just go follow me, please? It'd be okay. You don't have to listen to me on Spotify. If you listen to me on other platforms, that's totally fine. Could you also follow me on those platforms as well, though? Because that would be really cool. I think on YouTube, you can subscribe for free to my page, and then you're just kind of notified when I post a new video. I think that's what that does, which I need those too. I need people to like rate and review me because then my podcast kind of gets little bumps that these platforms are looking for, because they're looking for like, oh, do people like her? No. Oh, because by not rating and reviewing me, that means people don't like me. And if you're listening, that means you like me, I think. So, I don't know. I would appreciate you to, but I'm also not going to sit here and beg you to, because if you don't want to, then whatever, I guess. Just so be it, I suppose, you know? But ugh, it's fall. It's fall. This is oh my goodness. The wasps and the stink bugs. Girl, these spink bugs. Stink bugs. Holy cannoli. I look, so I could call the maintenance men or the maintenance company and say, "Hey, can you come fix my door?" Except I have 3 extra pets that live in my house that are not on a lease. And also, we're pretty sure that this company is an old company who's just been renamed, and the old company has a lot of really bad reviews that their company sucks. Like, and that they they don't have a good maintenance program or group or whatever. So I don't know, there's really no use in calling them. And also, like, it's not like the door to the house. It's I don't think these doors, I think what they did is they replaced the doors. And these doors are not meant for this track, you know? So, I don't know. It's just an issue and I'm just gonna have to deal with it for as long as I live here. And I guess that's fine. But the amount of stink bugs I have, ooh, blech, amount of stink bugs in my house, which really aren't that many. I've only had like 2 or 3, but that's 2 or 3 too many. When the expectation is 0, even 1 is too many. I uh I was slapping a stink bug that was on the floor and I broke my fly swatter. The part, the colored part that's attached to the metal part, that colored plastic swatty part broke off. So then I had to go find a new fly swatter. That took me forever. Walmart, let me tell you something. 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 Okay. Walmart does not place their fly swatters correctly on the shelf. They do, but they don't. Okay. They place them how Walmart says to place them, and the way that Walmart wants them placed on the shelf for selling purposes is stupid. Okay. Fly swatters. You can hang them up. You can put them on a peg, on a peg, on a peg. You know, like a pegboard, peg shelf, peg thing. Peg it. You have a handle that is just a wire. You can hang them up by the handle. They have that little triangle gap that's between where the wire goes into the plastic part. You can hang them up there. And also, because they come two to a pack, they have a little cardboard clip that clips the 2 of them together, and that has a hole in it. You can hang them there too. Hang them up. Because when I'm going down the aisle and I'm looking for fly swatters, I'm looking for them to be hung up, not in a box on the top shelf above my head. Okay? They keep them in a box and you pull them out by the cardboard connector piece. That is stupid and a waste of cardboard. Walmart. What are you doing? Equally, the place that Walmart is purchasing fly swatters from, what are you doing? That is stupid. Stop doing that. Took me forever to find them. But I found one and I have one and I haven't needed to use it yet because there hasn't been any more bugs in my house because it's getting cold enough, but still, I don't enjoy it. There's too many. I will say though, I'm happy that there hasn't been any more wasps in my house lately because those are even more terrifying than stink bugs. Because the wasps fly up to my second story windows in my sunroom and get pissed that they can't go outside. And then they're mad. And then they come back into the house. And then they're mad because they can't find the windows that they were just trying to get out. So then they're just mad flying around my house. And I have to work in my house. And it makes me worried that they're going to accidentally sting me out of their madness. So, um, I had a doggy play date. I met my friend at Low Mill and we went to a whole bunch of stores and she is socializing this dog that she's babysitting and training. And so we figured since excuse me, one of my dogs likes to play and one of and her dog needs to learn how to play, that we would teach the dog how to play with other dogs at my house. And that was really fun. Jackson is the new puppy. He's the one being trained. Jackson's really cute. Jackson is a Bernedoodle. A Burmese mountain, a Bernese mountain dog. I almost said a Bernese mountain python. Is that even a thing? Anyway, a Bernese mountain doodle. A Bernedoodle. He's so cute. And so Freya wants to play, wants to just get right into it and wrestle and tussle and run. And Freya doesn't realize that Jackson has never played with another dog before, really. So Jackson is like, whoa, sis, you're bringing on too much energy. I don't like this. And Freya's like, what the fuck do you mean you don't like this? You mean you're not geared up to 100% all the time, every single time, ready to play with everyone all the time, every day? And Jackson's like, no. What is wrong with you? Did you do crack before I came here? And Freya's like, I live on crack. Crack is in my blood. It's basically how Freya is. Freya is always 100% ramped up on crack all the time. So where she's like trying to initiate to play with Jackson, Jackson is just like sitting at the base of my friend's feet and between her legs, and he's like, no, you psycho. God, I'm just gonna lay here because that's what I like doing. I'm not gonna run around with you. You're crazy. You're gonna get me killed. And Freya's like, no, I'm not. It's fine. Lots of people play with me. It's okay. Let's go play. Let's go run. Let's chase something. Let's save each other's butt. Oh my god. And Jackson's just like, bro, you need to chill. So eventually, Jackson got comfortable with her, and he did kind of run around a little bit, but he really did not like how much energy Freya had. He was like, "Yeah, thank you, but no thank you. Mom, I'm ready to go. Can we go, please?" Which my friend's not his quote mom. She's just babysitting and training him, but still. It's like, "Auntie, it's time to go. Say goodbye. Let's get in the car. Let's go back to my house. We can go swimming in the pool." Jackson was not having it. And it was so funny because Freya was like, Mom, why did you let them come? I thought we were going to play. They're not playing with me. They're not playing what I want to play. And that's not fun. Jackson's not even a year old yet, and Freya's like 3. Oh my goodness. Um, what else? What else? Oh my gosh, you guys, I had a moment. I had a parenting moment. It was so bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible. It was just like, girl, really? Okay. So, the week, you know what? Here, to help with the suspense of the story, let me go look. Where is it? Where was it? Where is it? Okay. October 6th through October 10th, the first full week of October, was Ava's fall break. She had the whole week off, okay? And I had had enough of my child by the time the weekend rolled around, right? Because her father wasn't able to get her the past 3 weekends, and she has been home 24/7 for this past week, and I am just frazzled out on this child. So Monday, October 13 rolls around, and I say, thank God I can go drop my kid off at school and have a same day at work. So we're hurrying up, getting in the car. I mean, I had to wake up early because I forgot to make her lunches for that week. And then I forgot to get her laundry put into the dryer from the washer, so she doesn't have any clothes. So she has clothes, but not the clothes that she normally has for school. She has like a secondary kind of part of her closet that we're like, okay, these are the backup. These are the ones we want to wear to school. These are the backup wear to school clothes. So I'm getting her up because her alarm didn't go off. Oh, hurry up, hurry up. eat breakfast. Oh my God, I gotta make your lunch. Crap. You hurry up and make her lunch. Oh, I forgot to put your clothes. Oh my God. It was a crazy morning. I'm okay. Get in the car. We're going. And we have one school between our house and her school, right? And I'm like, oh, great, perfect. Like, going to school. I'm going by this school. Everyone's dropping their kids off. The crossing guards are out. I'm like, perfect, great. I get into the turn lane to pull into her school, and there's like a whole line of trees right before her school. So, like, you don't see the parking lot until you get to turn into the parking lot. And I get there, and the parking lot is empty. Not a single dang car is in this parking lot on a Monday morning. It's 5 minutes before school starts. I said, what? 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 Hold on. Did I finally do it and today is a Saturday or a Sunday and I think it's a Monday? And I said, no, because the other school's in session. I just passed everybody. Oh, what? Oh my God. This is the one holiday that they have the week and a day off. It's Indigenous Peoples Day. Oh my God. She has today off for Indigenous Peoples Day. Oh my God. I'm here trying to drop my child off, and she doesn't have school today. It's Monday. I have to take this child home and deal with her while I'm trying to work for one more day. And Ava's like, Mommy, there's nobody at school. What's going on? And I'm like, I'm gonna lose my sanity on this child and it's not gonna be good. Oh, why is the school doing this to me? So I tried to bring my child to school on a day off. Which, hey, it's better than my mom. My mom, um, I think it was like the same situation or something. My mom tried to drop me off at school one time on a day that I didn't have school, and I walked in and I said, where is everybody? And the office manager, the secretary was like, you need to have your mother come pick you up. There's no school today. And I said, oh, okay. So, yeah. That's happened to me before, but I was the student that time. But no, I finally did it. I tried to drop her off on a day where she didn't have school. Of course, on a morning that was going crazy already. And I was like, "Oh my God, I have to go back home with this thing." No. No. So, that happened. That was not embarrassing because nobody but me and my child saw me and my child try to pull into my school. But Lord, if the crossing guards for this other school would have known what was happening, they would have been laughing their pants off. Oh, so that happened. That was I mean, is it really a parenting fail? Nobody was hurt. Nobody was crying. I was crying. I was crying. It was a personal parenting fail moment for me, I suppose. So then, let me see. Oh, I got to see my dad. He was in Talladega. Talladega, the Talladega race was in October. Um, and when my dad goes to Talladega, it's him and the boys, and they go for a week. They got there like Wednesday, and they were Talladega is the one week where my dad becomes a severe alcoholic, and the motto is if you don't stop drinking, you won't have a headache. You won't be hungover if you just don't stop drinking. And so I'm talking, I don't know if they even bring cases of water with them. I think they only bring Bud Light. I think they drink Bud Light. I don't know. I don't know what they drink, but either way, most of their Walmart order. Oh wait, no, I think they drink Bush Light. Yeah, they drink Bush Light. Um, but they're basically most of their Walmart order when they get there is Bush Light and a little bit of food. And that's all they do is they just drink. Um, one night there was a podcaster there and my dad got on their podcast and that was really cool. And one of the other guys got on the podcast too. They were like, "Hey, who do you think is going to win?" And my dad goes, "Um, I don't know. I'm just here for the crashes. And then one of his pals like, "What for whoever the hell?" And they're like, and the podcaster guy was like, "Okay, well, one vote for this guy from random guy." And Chicken Man says he's here for the crashes because one of the nights at Talladega, like everybody in the pits dress up, and so my dad has like a blow up chicken costume that he wears. So my dad was the Chicken Man who is here for the crashes, per this one podcast. They had a TikTok video, and it was pretty cool, if you ask me. It's pretty cool. Um, so I met my dad. I always meet him on the Saturday that they're at Talladega. And we had breakfast at this buffet. He found this buffet in Pell City. Um, was it City Market? City Market Buffet or something like that? I don't know. I can't remember. City Diner? No, I don't know. It was a buffet kind of thing over by the Walmart in Pell City, and we ate. And it was good. I love my parents. I do. I enjoy getting to go see my dad like for a few hours on a weekend, on a random weekend in October when he's down for Talladega. It's fun. It's definitely a fun tradition that I will enjoy going to for all of the time for until he stops going to Talladega. Um, because we always go out to eat and then we'll go to a park. Um, so Ava can run off some of her energy. So this is the first year that we met in Pell City outside of Talladega. And they have pickleball courts at this park. And Ava loves playing pickleball. She's not good, but for a 6-year-old, she does okay, you know? So my dad's like, "Hey, let's go to this restaurant." Like he sent me like the plans, but like way before, obviously. He's like, "Hey, let's go to this restaurant and then we'll go pickleball court. So you bring your pickleball stuff and we'll play pickleball with Ava." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, cool." Go eat. We go to the pickleball courts. Dude, we're pulling up to these pickleball courts. It is a Saturday morning at like, I don't know, 9:30, 10 o'clock, okay? And there's so many people at this pickleball court. Like, my dad and I were expecting it, no people, right? Because the last park we went to, wherever we met last year, there was no people at the park. And there was tennis courts, which can be pickleball courts at this park. So this year when we're like, "Oh, let's go Pell City, let's go play pickleball at Pell City after breakfast," we're like, there ain't gonna be anybody there. We pull up, the amount of shirtless guys at this pickleball court is alarming. Cause really, if it's more than one, if it is one, that's already alarming. There was like four. There was 9 courts. 4 of them were being played on. And I'm talking like okay, so it's 2 people per team. So I'm saying 4 and 4, so 16. There's 16 people here playing on these pickleball courts. Okay? 4 courts, 2 teams per side, so 4 teams total per court, okay? And and these, I don't know, they're probably college age boys, all shirtless. And I'm talking all of these teams, all 16 of these people, all 8 teams are like into pickleball. I mean, these people have backpacks for holding pickleball paddles and pickleballs, and they have water bottles, they have sweatbands, they have visors. They are pickleballed out. And then they're on 3 of the courts, and then this fourth court of just the college age kids, shirtless, getting into it. Like gung ho, I live for pickleball kind of thing. And I'm like, "Dad, are we sure we want to get out and play pickleball?" Because I'm like the least athletic looking person out of all of these people here. Like, I'm over here like, these kids are fucking shirtless, and I'm out of here still not looking good myself body wise, but like, good lord. What? What are we doing here, Dad? What? These people, multiple paddles. Everyone's got like 10 balls on them, right? Water bottles, and they're like in it to win it. And we're just out here like, what in the hell? Dude, it was the craziest thing to pull up to. I promise you, not expecting that on a Saturday morning at 9:30. So, so apparently there's a group of people in Pell City, Alabama who are hardcore pickleball players. Go team. So yeah, so we like played some pickleball. Ava did her best to hit the ball over the net, you know. It was what it was. It was what it was. So eventually like she's getting tired, so like, hey, like, do you just want to go play on the park? And yeah, okay. So my dad and I sit down, she's playing on the park. We're just, she's mad because she wore Crocs and the park had wood chips and she's like, there's wood chips getting in my shoe, mommy. And I'm like, okay. She goes, I wish I had sand. I said, so sand would get in your shoe instead? She goes, yes, it feels much better than wood chips. Okay. Okay. Sorry, Grandpa didn't pick a park that had sand. Sorry, Grandpa picked a park that had wood chips. Oh my goodness. But no, we had fun. It was good. I love seeing my dad when I can. I love seeing both my parents. I love seeing all my family when I can, but that was just funny. So yeah, no, we chit chat. It was good. It was good. Ava Ava was being a little shithead and she didn't want to hug Grandpa goodbye, which is kind of a typical like little kid thing of like they go through a phase of like, I don't want to give anybody a hug, you know. So Grandpa's like, oh please, can I just have a hug like before we leave? Like we're leaving, we're gonna go. Like, can I just have a hug real quick, please? And she's like not answering. She's running away, running to the park. And I yelled, Ava, come give your grandpa a hug. What if he dies tomorrow? And my dad's like, kid, what the fuck? I don't know. I thought for some reason that like Ava would have like a sense of remorse of like, oh no, like what if grandpa's not here tomorrow? I don't get to hug him ever again. But no, she doesn't understand mortality, which it's okay, I guess. But it's okay. It is what it is. We had a good time. We had a good time. So, yeah, yeah. Then, I have this bird feeder project that I did for Ava's school. Um, so I'm part of the grounds and building committee, and I noticed that there was no bird feeders on the property, and I was like, well, hey, like, is this a project we can do or something? Is this something that I can do like a project I just keep up with? Oh, well, no, it started with this is a project that we can do. And the committee head was like, yeah, but no, because a lot of the parents in the family, like, first of all, they're not going to want to do this. They're not going to want to do this project if the teachers in the classes have to keep up with it because that's just like another thing that they have to find time to do during their school days. So that's not going to fly for a school day. And as far as the weekend, like nobody's going to want to drive out to the school property to do this because everyone lives like too far away basically, and so the parents aren't and or the teachers, the staff, they're not going to want to take the time to come all the way out here just to develop some bird feeders. And I said, oh, I live like maybe 10 minutes away from school. I don't mind coming out here every weekend and just topping off the bird feeders. Like, that's not a problem to me. And she goes, oh wow, really? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, oh well, email the head of school, and if she's cool with it, like, yeah, you can have that project, that can be for you. And I'm like, sweet. So I got approved and I got the places approved and everything's been approved. And so I'm just going to say a lot of money. Well, I got paid 3 times in October compared to just two. So I had an extra check to spend and I paid a lot of money for a lot of bird feeders and bird food and buckets for the bird food and shepherd's hooks for the bird feeders. And I am psyched because I did this project and it was kind of funny because so Tuesday morning I drop Ava off, but like I have an hour between dropping her off and actually leaving the clock in for work. So I'm like, okay, well I'll put up all the bird feeders now during this hour before I have to work. And I'm getting all of them filled, I'm getting the hooks put out, and some of the kids with their parents are walking into school like, "Oh wow, mom, look. Oh wow, bird feeders. Oh, this is awesome." Like, "Oh," and the teacher's like, "Oh wow, like is this for us? Like or just like a donation to the school?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come every weekend and keep up with them. You guys don't have to worry about anything." Oh wow. So I'm cleaning up and I don't know. Truthfully, I don't care if these parents noticed that I was the one with the bird feeder project or not. But I'm cleaning it up, putting the shit in my car, and these parents happen to park behind me and they're walking their kid to school. And they say, "Ugh, all these bird feeders. There's gonna be flocks of birds everywhere. Jeez." And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, what? No, that's not how this works. If a car pulls up, the birds are not going to stay. Like, there's too many kids running around at various points of the day, especially during car line pickup. That there's just gonna be flocks of birds. First of all, there's not going to be flocks of birds. Okay, that's not how bird feeding works. There's not gonna be flocks of birds. Ugh. That's gonna be like a handful of birds at best. But when somebody parks a car and gets out and is walking to the building or walking on the sidewalk, like the birds are gonna scatter. So no, there's not gonna be flocks of birds. Good heavens, do you know how birds work? Have you ever seen a bird before? Oh, not up close because they don't like to be around humans? Crazy. Jeez Louise, people. So, so that happened. But yeah, no, I set up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I thought I set up 12. Did I set up 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pretty sure I bought 12 bird feeders, but I could be wrong. I might have only been 11, and I might have done 12 shepherd's hooks. I don't remember. Oh, 12. Nope, I just remember where that other one is. I set up 12 bird feeders, and I have 4 different bags of like bird food, and it's like color coded compared to what kind of food goes in it, and yeah, I'm stoked about this project. We had a board meeting today at the school though, and this is the first weekend since I put the bird feeders out. And one of the outdoor learning committee group members came up to me and she was like, "Hey, I just want to let you know that one of the bird feeders, like the cord broke. I shoved it back in and I hung it back up, but I just wanted to let you know, like the one over here in this area, it fell, it broke." And I said, "Well, shit." Because I didn't want to get these metal wire corded bird feeders anyway, because they just don't hold very well, I guess. I don't know. Like, and you know what? Okay, so I have one of the yellow ones that I bought for the school. Like, I bought the same kind that I have for one of the kinds, and the cord on it broke. Like, a fat squirrel got on it, and then the cord slid out from the metal connector piece and broke. And it was the exact same kind. So I wonder if that kind is just a shitty bird feeder or something. But like, I was really hoping that wasn't going to be the case, and it's maybe turning out to be the case. So I might need to get new bird feeders with chain cords, not chain cords, but like chains that hold them instead of like that wire cord. Ugh. I'm paranoid and I'm worried that I've just spent all this money on 12 bird feeders for the thing that I was hoping wasn't going to happen and hoping that mine was just a fluke. This might happen. I'll probably just have to order some off of Amazon or something because, like, I have a chain held bird feeder and it's doing great. It's doing exactly what I want it to do. I wonder, huh? Wait, no, that wouldn't work. Well, no, that wouldn't work. Anyway, I don't know. I'll figure something. Oh, wait, but I could do that. No, anyway, I'll figure something. I'll figure something out. It'll be okay. It's my little project anyway, and I can do kind of whatever I want to do. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how well this bird feeder project turns out or not, you know? On Monday there was a seminar on boundaries. Which I was excited to go because I already have an understanding of setting boundaries with my child and kind of what that looks like. But I also know that there's plenty of room for me to improve as a parent in parenting. And I wanted to see kind of what they had to say, what like the Montessori teachers had to say about setting boundaries, and also like what do they do in the class? Like how do they set boundaries in the class so I can mimic that at home, you know? And then just like what other questions do parents have, or like what else can I learn here from this? And it was really informational. And look, I'll open up to y'all about some things. So I I am like divorced or separated from my ex-spouse, right? And I feel like I'm the black sheep of my family because both of my parents are together, their parents basically are together, you know? Um my friends, all of my friends, all of their parents are together, you know? Except for one of my friends, but this is a thing. It's like basically so like what I'm getting at is like I don't have any models of a good healthy co-parenting situation, and I don't have any models for Ava of like a good healthy split household kind of deal, you know? My one friend who her parents are divorced or separated, split, whatever, it's not really like a healthy relationship. So for herself in her parenting and also her parents because she also is split from her child's father. Um so it's not it's not the kind of modeling that I need so I can gauge how well I am or am not doing this being parenting my child in this situation. So I don't really have anyone to check back in on and be like, hey, like, is this how you do this? Or like, hey, I'm doing this for this situation. Is that good or is there a better way? You know, so I had kind of one of my questions that I asked during this boundaries meeting was like, hey, like, my child has been modeled that when we're upset, we cuss, we yell, we get kind of physically violent a little bit, like whether it's slam our hands down or like throw a book or like, you know, we kind of throw like a tantrum for a hot minute, basically, is what she's been shown is how we react when we're upset about stuff. So, like, in the example that, oh, like my kid, she's doing arts and crafts and she accidentally bumps the scissors off because she's not paying attention, like with her elbow. Sometimes she might go, ooh, and she might like slam the book down on the desk and she might kind of push her chair out rapidly from behind her. She might go, Mommy, like, oh, like I'm frustrated, I'm mad. And then she picks it up. And she gets upset like this over like trivial things, like accidentally knocking the scissors off, or like if if I don't know, I can't think of any other examples right now, but like if if something happened and she broke something, okay, I would understand getting hot tempered really quick for that. But like if she accidentally like her napkin flies off the table because it's windy, or if she's playing Barbies and a cup falls off just because it wasn't put very well on the table or something. Trivial, small, super minor things like that. She just gets hot tempered for. And how do I how do I politely and gently move the boundary to be, hey, we don't need to get hot tempered like that for these little things. Cuz like I know it starts by me modeling that for her, which I have been trying very hard to do, but I am also an extremely emotional person these days in my reactions. So sometimes like yeah, like I accidentally knocked the knife off of the counter and I was like, fuck, you know? Just a quick That's it. How do I, other than just modeling it, how do I gently kind of tell her, like, no, we don't react like that. We need to do this instead. Or you can react like this instead. Like, how do I do that without it being just that blunt? And, the teachers gave me an answer about, like, oh, yeah, like, basically just do what I'm doing already, which is also like talking out her emotions and her feelings with her. Because I know as a kid, first identifying the emotion can help us start to break down our reaction to the emotion. So, like, when I get upset, usually this is how I react, but I'm going to work on reacting like this instead, a more appropriate reaction to the situation. And she's not a teacher, she's one of, she's a staff member, like, an admin, like an office admin basically. But I kind of know her a little better because um we talk a little more than usual with stuff, and she helped me through like every step of my process with applying for this school. And she's also kind of in a similar situation where like she has two kids and she's divorced and she's just a single mom, like trying to do the dang thing basically. And so I don't know, like during the process, we just had like an emotional moment together for a minute because I was like, I'm just a mom and I'm just trying to do what's best for my kid. And she's like, yeah, I get it too. Me too. Like we had an emotional moment together. Um, and also her youngest kid is in Ava's class. So, she kind of knows what's going on. But she goes, holy cow, like Ava can talk about what feeling she's feeling. Like she can describe the feeling, she can say the feeling, she can acknowledge the feeling while she's feeling it. That is a huge step for any kid, for any person of any age, really. When they've been shown and taught and modeled to be this explosive reactive when they're upset, to being able to say, oh, I'm frustrated, to like voice what emotion they're feeling, especially as a 6-year-old, that's big. That's huge. She goes, my boys don't even really do that. They just get mad and upset. And I can tell it's mad and upset, but you know, they need to acknowledge that they're mad and upset so we can work towards a better reaction. She goes, that is fantastic. That's amazing. Girl, she said that to me and I started crying in the damn room. I started crying during this damn meeting because like I needed to hear that. It's one thing from like my friends and my family to say like, "Oh yeah, Kristana, you're doing great as a parent. Like, look, look at all those wonderful things that you're providing for your child and you're going out of your way and you're trying to do this and blah blah blah." Like, yeah, of course you're an awesome mom. Of course you're parenting correctly. But like on one hand, they're kind of supposed to tell me that. Like they're not supposed to, but they are. It doesn't feel as genuine coming from my family and friends of the assurance that yes, I'm parenting correctly or I'm doing a good job. So for someone who doesn't know mentally what I've been going through, because it's kind of been plaguing me for like a month or two now, like, oh god, like, am I doing this right? Like, am I doing a good job? Like, I know I'm trying to work on myself as a parent to help her, and I'm thinking about all these things in the future, and I'm trying to make sure I'm doing things right now to make those things in the future easier and stuff. But is there something more I could be doing? Is there something less I'm supposed to be doing? Is, like, what, like, am I doing this right? And so for her to just come out and just say that, just be like, wow, that's amazing. You're doing awesome. Unprovoked, I started crying. And all I'm going to say is I'm really glad that she and the teachers running the seminar did not, after the seminar, come up to me and say, oh, are you okay? Because I would have cried like a baby even more. But maybe I should send her an email and just thank her. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, this boundary meeting was really good, and I got a lot of really good information about like and by boundaries, I basically just mean rules. It's not all rules. Some of it is like kind of is teaching common sense in the sense of like, oh, like kids will want to stand on chairs, but we know we shouldn't stand on chairs, we should stand on the ground. Our feet do not belong on chairs, our feet belong on the ground, our feet do not belong on the table, our feet belong on the ground. So by boundaries, it's like, hey, like we don't stand on the table, you know, like, hey, we only stand on the ground or on step stools. That's a boundary, you know. It's like, hey, like expectations are boundaries, rules are boundaries, you know. Certain common sense things that we're teaching children are boundaries, like not standing on chairs and tables, you know what I mean? So boundaries is just like a fancy rule of laws to live by to keep your peoples alive, kind of, you know? So, no, I learned like a lot of really good things though. A lot of the stuff like I'm pretty much already doing in my new parenting style that I have the room to do because I'm in the right space to do it now. But there was some pointers and some tips and tricks and some verbiage that I learned and I was like, "Oh, that's good. I need to write that down." So, yeah, and then today's a board meeting. Just talked about financial stuff really. It was really boring. Oh, I need to document those hours though. So I'll do that in a minute. No, I don't know. Pizza was provided. It was really good. Where was it? Giovanni's? No. Garminio's? No. Garbanzo? No. I don't know. It was this place over by Target. It was really good. I had their pesto pizza. Yum. They had basically meat lovers, cheese, pesto, and then gluten free. And I wanted to try the gluten free, but they got the gluten free in small pieces, and I didn't want to take all the gluten free in case somebody needed the gluten free. Um, so I got the pesto, really really good. And they had some cookies. Ooh, they had like a snickerdoodle gingerbread cookie. That was really good. And they had an orange cranberry cookie. I'm a hoe for orange cranberry. They had classic chocolate chip. That was really good. And then oh, I think they had like a coffee toffee maybe or a coffee caramel one. I don't know. I did not eat all of my piece of that. Was not very yummy. But yeah, no, they just talked about like here's the financials of the school. Here's what we did last year. And oh yeah, by the way, we built these two new buildings and we transferred everyone from two campuses to one campus. And it's like, yeah, we know that. Why didn't you have this at the beginning of the school year? Why are we getting this like at the beginning of like second quarter? Or what? Okay, sure. Yay, go team, you know. I don't really quite understand why that meeting was what that meeting was, but at the same time, oh well. Now I am more knowledgeable about the school and the financial situation of the school than I was before. So I'm excited because Monday is picture day. So, which I didn't even know that the school did picture day, so that was pretty cool finding that out. And I have Ava's whole look in mind already. I know how she's gonna look. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be sweet. Um, so I'm excited for picture day. And I'm excited for Halloween too. Yes, I am recording this before Halloween, and this is coming out like a month after Halloween. I get it. Y'all back off. You know I do batch recordings, okay? Things just fall how things fall, and I need you guys to be nice to me, okay? I am just a girl, and I am doing my best, okay? So, anyway, I don't know. Guys, I need you guys to send me an email. Tell me anything. Tell me anything about your life. Do you have any funny sports stories that I could share? You know, like the pickleball was kind of like a funny sports story, but not quite. Do you guys have any like what's your Halloween stories? How was your guys' Halloweens? Tell me, did anything crazy happen or spooky? Do you guys have any spooky ghost stories? Because I could really use some spooky ghost stories. I love spooky ghost stories. Also, it'd be really cool if you guys could like rate and review me on whatever platform you're listening to me on. I'm on Apple Podcast, I'm on Spotify, and I'm on YouTube. That'd be really awesome because that helps me. It kind of helps promote my podcast and like, oh, maybe other people want to listen to this, you know? I have a Facebook page. You should go follow it. I'm on Instagram, TikTok. Was that it? I think that was it. Yeah. I'm on Instagram and TikTok. So follow me there. Man, I swear there was something I wanted. I think there was something I'm forgetting that I wanted to say. but I don't remember what it is anymore. So I'm just gonna have to leave it at that. But I love you guys, and I I guess I'll talk to you later. So bye.